Hi, I'm Darryl Hold with AffordableTutor.com, and what we're going to be talking about right now is how do you make a call on retaking, whether to retake a college board exam or take the other one. What's the best way to make that decision? I recently had a telephone call with a parent, and we were analyzing the scores. I'm not going to go into a lot of minutia here, but in this video I want to set out a strategy in which a parent and a student can adequately decide whether they're better off retaking a particular college board or taking a new one entirely. In this particular case, as I was talking with the parent, we were analyzing the scoring on the SAT. And this young man scored very strong in the math, strong in the critical reading, but he happened to be weak in the writing section. So let's say, for example, theoretically, I don't want to use actual scores to protect their privacy, but let's say the young man had scored 680 on the math. He had scored 600 on the critical reading, giving it a combined critical reading math of 1280. And let's say he scored 500 on the writing. So that would give him a total of approximately 1800 for the test. Now, generally most colleges seem to focus in on the combined math and critical reading scores, and there seems to be a lot less emphasis placed on the writing. However, the writing portion comes into play in scholarship considerations. Certainly when we get upwards of 2100 and higher, that writing score does become very significant. So as I was discussing this with the parent, she asked if I thought her son should retake the SAT or visit the ACT. So here was my analysis, and I hope this makes a good template or example for parents and students trying to decipher, trying to plan out which really makes the most sense. First of all, it was quite a strong score. Anytime a student is above 1800, a cumulative or combined score for all sections of the SAT, they have a strong overall score. Is it scholarship? Not necessarily. Is it a shoo-in at top-tier colleges? Probably not. Generally, you're looking more at about 1300 for a lot of your top-tier colleges now. Georgia Tech, here in Georgia, and some of these Ivy League schools up north. And of course, at Emory University here in Georgia. So overall, it was strong. He showed remarkable strength in the math. And knowing how strong he is in math, and looking at a number of the courses that he's taking, AP courses related to math and science, I saw a great deal of strength in which he could definitely improve upon where he was in the math. Hold steady or possibly a slight increase in the critical reading. And in the writing, definitely a strong area for improvement. So just analyzing the whole situation, he's already invested a lot of time and effort into it. There just seems to be a lot of inherent wisdom in working with strength. Now, I don't always recommend that, because many times you can get the greatest number of increases in score and points by working on weakness. But in this case, clearly working on strength. Now he might be a student that could get a 750 on math. I am going to be looking at a detailed breakout of his score before we make the final call on that. So what my conclusion was from over 12 years of tutoring ACT and SAT is to build upon what he's already done, to work with strength, and not go into something entirely new that's an entirely different type of test as I've gone over previously. Is there any cut and dried formula whether to retake a test or not retake the test and go over to the other college board? No, this is where the tutor should not only be a tutor and a coach, but almost a consultant that can analyze the scores, know the student's inherent strength, and work with them to make the most of that. So for those of you concerned over retake or take the other college board, whether it's switching from the SAT to the ACT, ACT to SAT, or retaking the SAT or retaking the ACT, any of those four, I highly recommend that you get someone to consult with you on it, preferably the tutor that's been doing the work with you. I hope that you find this very helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at tutorpro88@gmail.com. Website affordable-tutor.com.